Can you ask him to?
We're just warming up right here. Oh, you got to go up a little bit to number 2. A little bit up more. There we go. My dear brother, I request that you just worship Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda with firm conviction and faith. If one wants to be Krishna conscious by this process, one has to give up his engagement in sense gratification. One simply has to chant Hare Krishna, Hari Hari without any motive. My dear brother, just try and examine this. Within the 3 worlds, there is no one like Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda. Their merciful qualities are so great that upon hearing them, even birds and beasts cry and stones melt. But Lochan Das regrets that I am entrapped by sense gratification. Since I have no attraction for the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, then Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, is punishing me by not allowing me to be attracted by this movement.
Parama karuna bahundu jana nitai gora chandra karuna bahundu jana nitai gora chandra padama karuna bahundu jana nitai gora chandra Sabavatara Sanachiromani Kevala Nandakanda Sanachiromani Kevala Nandakanda Sabavatara Sarashiromani Kevala Nandakanda Kevala Nandakanda Kevala Nandakanda Kevala Nandakanda Kevala Nandakanda Bajo Bajo Baj Bajo Bajo Baj Chaitanya Nita Sudhida Vishvasa Kori Bajo Bajo Baj Chaitanya Nita Sudhida Vishvasa Kori Vishaya Chadiya Sirase Majiya Mukhe Bala Hari Hari Diya Sena মুখে বলো হরে হরে, মুখে বলো হরে হরে। देखो रे बार त्रिभुवने नाय एमना दयाल दाता। देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवने नाय एमना दयाल दाता। পাশু ফাঁকি জুড়ে পাশান বিদারে শুনি যায় গুণ গাতা। পাশু ফাঁকি জুড়ে বিদারে শুনি যায় গুণ গাতা। শুনি যা গুণগাতা, শুনে যায় গুণগাতা, শুনে যায় গুণগাতা, শুনে যার গুণগাতা। সংসারে মাজিয়া রহিলি পড়িয়া से पदे नाहिल आशा। संसारे माजिया रोहिली पोरिया से पदे नाहिल आशा। अपना करामा पुंजय शमना कहो ये लोचन दास। पुंजय शमना कहो ये लोचन दास। कहो लोचन दास, कहो लोचन दास। गाहो लोचन दास, कहो लोचन दास। कहो लोचन दास, कहो लोचन दास। परमा करुणा बाहु दुई जना निताय गौरा चंद्र। परमा करुणा बाहु दुई जना निताय गौरा चंद्र। निताय गौरा चंद्र। निताय So the next song we'll be singing is Hari Hari Bhipale. This is a song written by Narottam Das Thakur. Hari Hari Bhipale Janama Gonainu Hari Hari Bhipale Janama Gonainu Manusha Janama Phaya Radha Krishna na bhajiya Manusha Janama Paya Radha Krishna na bhajiya Janiya Shuniya Bishakhanu Janiya Shuniya Bishakhanu Golokera prema dhana harinama sankirtana Ratina janmi lokhe neta Ratina janmi lokhe neta Samsara bishanale Dibanishi jwale Samsara bishanale Divanishi hiya jwale Juraite na koi nu paar Juraite na koi nu paar Rajendra Nandana je Sachi Shuta hoilo she Rajendra Nandana je Sachi Shuta hoilo she Balarama hoilo nitai दीनहीन जत चिलो हरि नामे उदारिलो दीनहीन जत चिलो हरि नामे उदारिलो तारा साक्षी जगाय मदाय तारा साक्षी जगाय मदाय हा हा प्रभु नंद सुत विश्वभानु सुत जुता हा हा प्रभु नंद सुत विश्वभानु सुत जुता करुणा करो होई पारो करुणा करो होई पारो नरोत्तम दास कहे नाथली हो रंग पाए नरोत्तम दास कहे नाथली हो रंग पाए तुम बिना के अचे हमारा तुम बिना के अचे हमारा हा प्रभु नंद सुत विश्वभानु सुत जुता हा प्रभु नंद सुत विश्वभानु सुत जुता करुणा करो है पारो करुणा करो है पारो जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय महाप्रभु जय महाप्रभु महाप्रभु जय महाप्रभु जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय नरहरि जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय नरहरि जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 नीताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नीताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
Hey Krishna. Let's have a round of applause here for Prekashuri and the band. Thank you so much. We'll start with these pranam prayers because they've already been put up on the screen. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyan Anjan Shlakaya Chakshurun Militamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Bacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you all for being here. It's a great honor and a great pleasure. I really only came so I could hear the singing in the beginning and I could take prasad at the end. This is the filler in the middle, so forgive me if I put you to sleep, but it's quite warm in here, so it's comfortable. You'll feel very nice. Very recently, we celebrated, or was celebrated all around the world, a very auspicious and holy festival. Does anyone know which festival? No. Valentine's Day. Some of you, I gave a program yesterday, were there, and you should know the answer because I asked the same question. But Valentine's Day, right? Celebrated all over the world. How many of you celebrated Valentine's Day? It's okay, you don't have to put your hands up. I won't take any offense. It's a big holiday, right? What is Valentine's Day about? You can use the microphones. You can take any guess you want. What is the foundational premise of Valentine's Day? See, none of you celebrate, that's why no one's answering. Yes, Shamrupu.
So Valentine's Day originally was for the noble sacrifice of Saint Valentine, who actually gave his life for the welfare of the human being.
It's a very deep answer from a very deep devotee. Because most people would say it's about love, right? That's what most people say. Yeah, it's actually for that, but also it predates that. In the Roman Empire, there was they would do this sacrifice around this time of year, the marking of the beginning of spring, where they would sacrifice a goat and there was something else, 2 animals, and then they would take the skin, and if you touched it to your body, it made you more fertile, apparently. I don't know, that's what they say. But in the modern day, Valentine's Day, the Hallmark Company, have you heard of the Hallmark Company? They were noticing that there was a trend in their sales that it would dip around this time of year, because you'd have Thanksgiving, you have between Christmas and Easter there was nothing. So they commercialized Valentine's Day. So ostensibly, Valentine's Day is about love, but I just read a statistic that in 2020, this year, guess how much was spent on Valentine's Day? $27 billion was spent on Valentine's Day to express love. It's quite interesting, isn't it? If you're one of those people who didn't celebrate, don't worry, there's other ways to express love also. But I was just thinking about this. They're celebrated all over the world, this desire to express love and to experience love. It's become such a big thing that 27 billion was spent to celebrate this. I mean, people don't spend 27 billion on many things. How many times have you spent $27 billion in your life? I mean, I don't think they spend that much to cure diseases, right? There's this coronavirus. I don't know if they've spent $27 billion in the coronavirus yet. But to express love and to feel love, this is what we do. And this is an important thing, because actually, this is the foundation of our Krishna bhakti. This is actually the whole purpose and premise of our bhakti movement, is to come to this platform of prema, Krishna prema, to develop love for Krishna, and by extrapolation from there, develop love for all of Krishna's parts and parcels. That means everyone and everything. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this was his unique gift that he came to give, was this Krishna prema. And not just Krishna prema, but Krishna prema in the mood of the Vraja Gopis, in the mood of the highest of devotees. And just some contextual stuff here. This was quite, like, to us we hear it, it's like, wow, it's amazing, he came to give prema, right? And we think, oh, that's nice. It doesn't really strike us. But when was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu born? Anyone know? You don't have to have the timings, we're not doing astrology, but just roughly. I can't hear anyone. You need microphones. Okay, because you're sitting in the front, I heard it. 1480 something. But roughly saying, we could say, what, 500 years ago? Could we say maybe between 500 and 600 years, roughly? Now, in the context of the time that he was born, which kind of culture was he born into? Was he born in, Oakland? Was he born in Manhattan? Germany somewhere? He was born where? In Bengal, in India, 500-600 years ago. And what culture was most prominent at that time? Brahminical culture. And Brahminical culture is part of which culture? Vedic culture. right? So he was born in India 500-600 years ago during the Vedic culture, and you hear that when you hear about the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and you hear about before his appearance, the culture that pervaded the environment. You had the Brahmanas, they were worshipped in a certain way. Everyone had a shalagram in their house, and nowadays no one should even have shalagrams. So there was such a culture in the Vedas, the Vedic culture in India at that time. And the Vedas, or as the Vedas were back then, the Vedas illustrated 4 aims of life. There were 4 aims of life. Anyone know? What are the 4 aims of life according to the Vedic paradigm? Shamarupa Prabhu, because he put his hand up first.
Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha.
Can you translate those one by one?
Dharma is practicing religiosity. Artha is earning money. Kama, sense gratification or enjoying. Moksha is then when we are frustrated with all this, then we aspire for liberation.
When you become frustrated, then you search for liberation. Yeah. Development of your duties as prescribed to you by your Varna and your ashram. Economic development of the pleasure potential that you will have. And then developing the transcendental potential to leave and become liberated. That was the pervading paradigm of the time. And then came Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he said, actually, these aren't the 4 aims of your life. There's a greater aim than this. There's something that actually goes beyond these aims. And what was that aim that he gave? You have to use the microphones. I got told off last time because no one used microphones. Sundarananda Prabhu beat everyone there.
Krishna Prema.
Krishna Prem. Again, I say that there were 4 aims of life that was the prominent paradigm of the time, and he came and said, actually, there's a 5th one that transcends all of these. And it's not striking to us, you know? It doesn't really strike us because somehow we were born in this environment where we already, we've heard about this. But at that time, it was like mind-blowing. Or as some of my friends in India say, mind-blasting. My mind is becoming blasted by understanding this. It would be like this. I see you walking outside afterwards, you know, when there's prasad. And I say, hey, Shamarupa, why are you walking? And you say, what do you mean, why am I walking? I said, why are you walking? You can fly. And you'd be like, huh? Right? And I'll say, you didn't know human beings, they can fly. All you have to do is you click your ankle like this and then you take off and you can fly anywhere you want. Imagine I said that to you and then everyone tried it and you all started floating off the ground and flying. Wouldn't that be profound? You'd be like, my whole life, my whole existence, the whole of history, we never knew that we could fly. We were wasting all this gasoline, sitting in traffic all day. I could just zoom around anywhere I want. Even that doesn't sound so profound to us. But that's how profound what Mahaprabhu was saying was. That actually these 4 things, these aren't the aims of life. There's something beyond this. It was such a mind-blasting thing. And so actually this is what we're all searching for actually, is this sort of prem that's ever enduring and everlasting. The prem of this world, Valentine's Day, again I won't ask anyone here, but how many of you either received or got someone flowers? You don't have to raise your hands, but they look nice, right? For a while, and then they kind of fade away, and then they start to stink a little bit, and you've got to get rid of them. And things are like that in this world, that they fade away. Krishna describes what this world is. In the Bhagavad Gita, he says, thank you.
Dukhalayana Shashvatam.
Meaning?
A place of miseries and temporary. It's not everlasting.
It's a place of misery and it's temporary. I remember, I think I've shared this before. When I was a brahmachari and I travel and I speak in different places and I tell people, this place is somehow another, sometimes you'd meet some people who are quite comfortable in life and you say, this world is a place of misery. And they say, what are you talking about? Look at my house. Have you seen the car I drive? Do you know how much money is in my bank? Yeah, but it's miserable because it's temporary. Even though you feel very comfortable, it's still temporary. It's never going to be everlasting here. So we're looking for this enduring thing, which is the gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And not only did Mahaprabhu give us this wonderful gift, but just like any gift, he gave it to us nicely packaged and wrapped up. Right? It creates a certain anticipation. If you get a gift and it's not wrapped, that's nice, right? But when someone gives you a gift and it's wrapped up in a package, nice wrapping paper and a bow on it, you start to feel, wow, what's in this thing, right? And you get excited to open it. And so actually, in the bhajan that we just sung by Narottam Das Thakur, he says, Galokera Premadan Harinam Sankirtan. That this Harinam, this name of Lord Krishna, what does it contain? Golokera Prem. Within this name encapsulated is the Prem of Goloka, the highest love that one could ever imagine. But it comes packaged. And our job is to remove that packaging. And that packaging is layers and layers of conditioning that we've accumulated over lifetimes, known as arnatas, and we have to remove those arnatas, anatta nivritti. But the beautiful thing is, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made this gift accessible to all of us. And what does it take to access that gift? What's the price to pay? Sri Amarupa Prabhu.
Shraddha Mulya.
Shraddha. Meaning?
Faith, little faith.
Yeah, little faith. Not just faith, but just a little bit of faith, little inkling of faith. And then the natural expression of Shraddha is Sharanagati, surrender. When I have faith, then that becomes expressed through a sense of surrender. And surrender is expressed through seva, through an attitude of service. And that's real love. In this world, we're kind of mixed up about this idea of love a little bit. Some of us at least, right? You hear it. I love my coffee. I love Starbucks. I don't go to Starbucks because it gives me headaches, but I don't drink any caffeine, it gives me a headache. But, I love Starbucks, or I love my job, or think of so many things that you love. I love these shoes, I love that TV show, I love that, what we were talking about yesterday, cricket. I love Sachin Tendulkar. He was prominent in my time, I don't know anymore who's the prominent cricketer, but there's so many things that we say we love, but why do we love them? Because they do something for me, right? I love this coffee, why? Because it tastes nice. I get a little buzz, I get kind of amped up a little bit. I love this TV show. Why? Because it's entertaining, it makes me forget about the rest of my life that's miserable. It's always centered on me. Our experience of love is centered upon me. And it becomes very transactional because once that TV show doesn't take your mind away from all the other stuff, then you're not interested in it anymore. I don't love this anymore. The food or the coffee starts to make you sick, and you don't love it anymore. So we're kind of mixed up. It's the same thing with happiness. We talk about happiness, love, and leadership, I found also. These three things, people talk about them so much and understand them so little. And so this Valentine's Day becomes about gifts. And if you didn't buy me a gift, then don't you love me? It becomes about this one day where you have to express, this is the only time I get, your only chance. The clock is ticking at 24 hours to show how much you love me. And every other day, it doesn't matter what you do or what happens. Forget it. It just matters today. How much was that gift? Did you keep the receipt? I will measure, according to last year, how much you love me. This isn't the love that we're seeking with Krishna. And here's a distinction. Mahaprabhu, what I said, Mahaprabhu gave us this fifth aim, which actually is the aim that trumps all the other aims. And that moves us from this idea of worshipping God to loving God. And there's a big difference between the two. Because when there's an idea of worshipping God, then there becomes this mood of awe and reverence, Aishvarya, right? There's God, this big thing, and there's me. And what happens is through this idea of worship, you create distance. Because there's the object of worship, there is the worshipper, and in between the two is the worship. It becomes very difficult to express love in that realm, in its fullest form. We see this. Krishna, when he's a young boy, he was very mischievous. He's always mischievous, and he's always young. But he was particularly mischievous one day, and he was eating dirt. And his brother was a tattletale. And he went to his mother and said, "Hey, he's eating dirt." And his mother said, What are you doing? Come here, open your mouth. No, he wouldn't open his mouth. No, I'm not eating dirt. I'm not eating dirt. Finally he opened his mouth, and within his mouth, what did she see? The whole universe was within his mouth. And then what happened to her? What happened to her when she saw the whole universe in his mouth? She fainted. She passed out. She couldn't take it. Because her affection for him was so strong, her love for him was so strong, that when she saw that within him, she could no longer compute. The system shut down, had to restart. And when it restarted, she thought, I must have been dreaming. In the Bhagavad Gita also, Arjuna and Krishna, they're having a nice conversation. Nice in some ways and not so nice in other ways. And Krishna reveals to Arjuna his universal form. And what does Arjuna say? You have to...
His hair is standing on end and he was fearful and he wanted him to change. I think it comes on later.
Yeah, important word that you said was he became fearful. I can't take this. Please return to your two-armed form. That's what I want to see. Because there's an exchange of love. When there's Aishvarya, when there's reverence, it's very difficult to like really truly connect in that mood. And so it creates distance between the object of worship and the worshipper. But when there's love, what happens is that it creates closeness. It cuts that gap down. Because love is about intimacy. It's very difficult to be intimate when there is Aishvarya and when there's distance. In order for there to be intimacy, there has to be closeness. And in one sense, through love, a oneness begins to arise. Oneness in a sense of spirit, not in the sense that you become one. Meaning when you really truly love someone, and they love you, then when they're happy, then you feel that happiness to be like your own happiness, right? And when you're distressed, then you feel their distress to be like your own distress, isn't it? Is that accurate or not? Or should I just go back to Valentine's Day and $27 billion? That's love in its sense, right? How many of you have children? Most of you have children. My son, he's 2 years old. He's sick right now. And one day he wasn't sleeping, he was coughing a lot, he had a fever, and I wasn't sick. But his pain, I was feeling, like, what's he going through? Because that's the love. But now if it's someone else's kid who I don't know and they're coughing, hey, you should get some medicine for them. I don't feel that same change in my own feeling of who I am and what's going on in my life. And so this love brings us closer. And love can only take place through relationship, right? As I said earlier, we can talk about loving coffee or loving this or loving that. Loving pizza, I forgot that one because I personally have a soft spot for that one. But, these things are inanimate, and so there's no real exchange. It's just I love this thing, but it doesn't necessarily love me back, and I'm limited in how much I can love it too. Because I love my coffee, but when it's cold, then I don't love it so much. Unless you like cold coffee, then there's a different scenario. And so love is truly experienced through relationship, and through relationship it means reciprocation. So this was the kind of introduction to what I'm going to speak about today, which is reciprocation. Because when you truly start to feel something in life, that you, whether it's good or bad, you feel it in reciprocation. I did this for you and you did nothing for me. And it's like, reciprocation is really the foundation of any relationship, and when you don't feel it, you start to feel like the relationship's a little bit stagnant or broken, it needs to be fixed. But when you feel it, then you really understand, like this is an exchange that takes place. And so we're going to first go to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 11. And what we're going to say is that there's different gradations of love. One thing you'll see in Krishna consciousness in particular is that everything is personal and everything is individual. And that means that there's gradation. There's a gradation of things. And so in relationships and in reciprocation, there's also a gradation. There's also different levels of love, and there's also different levels of reciprocation that come from that love. And so whoever wants to grab the microphone first can read this verse.
Ye yatha mam prapadyante tamstatheva bhajami aham mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvasaha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha.
So this is interesting, right? Here's Krishna saying, I reciprocate. He's not saying I'm passive in this whole thing, right? You do everything. Give your whole life to me. Give me all your money, give me all of your time, give me all of your energy, and I'll do nothing for you. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, depending on how you approach me, I'll reciprocate with you accordingly. I will respond to you. Krishna's nature is to be responsive. He's not a passive being. He's not a passive God. He's not a God who sits there with his long beard. I'm trying to emulate that myself. He's not there who's sitting there like that, just in his own world, and whatever you do doesn't make a difference. No, he will reciprocate with you. And this is the nature of Krishna consciousness, that the whole thing is based upon relationship, and relationship means reciprocation. And so from here, we're going to go to chapter 7, verse 16. Because what he says is, as they surrender unto me, I will reward them accordingly. And so there's an indication here that there are different ways to surrender to Krishna. And there are different, like I said, there are different ways to love, and there are different levels of reciprocation that come with that. So now whoever wants to grab the microphone can read this verse and translation. Shyamalanga beat you to it. Oh.
Chaturvedha bhajante mam yanashu kritina arjuna artha jigyashurartharthi jnane cha bharatarshabha. Translation. O best among Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute.
So here what is being said is that we all have different reasons for approaching Krishna, and Krishna recognizes that. But he doesn't downplay any of them. He says 4 kinds of pious men. And we can say men is used in the general sense. It means 4 types of pious people. They'll begin to come to me. You know, whether you're distressed, whether you're desiring wealth, or if you're inquisitive, or if you're really searching for the Absolute. For Krishna, that's fine. However you approach him, no problem. Just approach him, and he'll reciprocate with you accordingly. Because sometimes we can start to feel a little down about these things, about what is my motivation here, what's going on, like I wish I could be more pure in my motivation. The fact of the matter is we live in the material world, which means that comes with a whole bunch of responsibilities. But along with the responsibilities, it comes with a whole bunch of conditioning. It comes with a whole bunch of desires that we have and so many things that we want. And sometimes as devotees, we know what we're aspiring for at the highest level is to become free of all of that stuff. But we may not be there, so you can start to beat yourself up a little bit. But Krishna's saying, no, it's still pious. For whatever reason you come to me. And so the next verse we're going to go to is in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 2, chapter 3, verse 10. And Shyamalanga, you got beaten by Shamarupa on the neck, so this one's yours.
Akama sarvakamo va mokshakama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. A person who has broader intelligence, whether he be full of all material desire, without any material desire, or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the Supreme Whole, the personality of Godhead.
Thank you. So here's what's being said. Krishna's not saying you have to start with a pure heart. Right? It's a bit difficult, right? I mean, none of us probably would. I mean, I know I wouldn't be here if I had to have a pure heart to even come towards Krishna. Krishna's saying, no. Whether you have material desires, no desires, you want liberation, whatever you want, no problem. You're impelled to worship me. Why? Because it's reciprocal. So who's the best person to reciprocate with you if you want something? Well, how about the person who created everything and has dominion over everything? Right? That person can really reciprocate with you. And what does he say? It's not that the qualification to approach him is to be free of desire, but it's to have broader intelligence. So you will have broad intelligence. That's why you're here. That's what it takes to approach Krishna. You have to have broader intelligence. And that means you have to understand, ultimately, what is Sambandha. Sambandha Gyan is like the beginning of Krishna Bhakti, actually. You have to understand, who am I, the living entity? Who is Krishna? What is the relationship between the two of us? What is the relationship with Krishna in this world? What is my relationship with this world? And that's what it means. Those who have broader intelligence means they have some understanding of Sambandha, and they can understand Krishna is the all in all. And Krishna himself says this in the Bhagavad Gita, right? Can you think of any verses in which he says this? Everything rests upon me. His pearls are strong on the thread, that's one. 7th chapter, there's that verse, whatever's, what's that verse? Phenomenal, nominal world, everything comes from me. You need a microphone in the booth also. But there's many verses. If you feel inspired to grab a microphone and say any, you can do that. I'll hold for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, maybe 5.
Matta parataram nanyat kanchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. Here Krishna is saying that everything is strung as pearls on a thread, and he is second to none, like nobody is superior than him.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any other verses that indicate that everything is emanating from Krishna?
There was one in which he says the winds rest upon the sky, like all living being rests in him. I don't remember in
Anyone remember that one?
7th chapter. I don't know.
But you have...
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matvam bhajante mam bodha bhava samanvitaha.
And the translation, Sundarananda Prabhu?
I mean, here Lord Krishna is saying that he is the source of both spiritual and material worlds, and anyway, it's right there. So everything emanates from him.
Everything emanates from me.
Yeah, so I found that.
Okay.
This is 9.6. Yathakasha sthito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tatha sarvani bhutani matsthan iti upadharaya. Understand, as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me.
Thank you. Prabhu, you had one? Oh, you had the same one as Sundarananda. Great minds think alike, that's why. So here's the point. This is what it means to have broader intelligence, is to understand this, that actually everything emanates from Krishna. And whether I'm full of desires, whether I have no desires, whether I want liberation, whatever it is, the best place is to go to the source of everything. Otherwise, you get stuck in bureaucracy. Recently, my parents are from India originally. I grew up in London. And, ancestral land. Anyone has ancestral land? So I had to get these forms signed. And I went to the Indian consulate in San Francisco. I went 4 times. I paid the fee 4 times. I had all the forms 4 different ways that they told me to do it, and still nothing could be done. So my mother went to India. She went to the village. She spoke to the person behind the desk. Oh, my family knows your family. No problem. I didn't even have to sign anything. Everything was done. Right? Because she just went to the source. Here I was in San Francisco trying to blast my mind again, trying to get some forms signed, and she just went straight to the source, and it was all taken care of. No problem. So this is what it means to have that broader intelligence, is to have that understanding, that sambandha, that this is who Krishna is, and this is who I am, and this is our relationship. And if I relate with him, he will reciprocate with me in a certain way. And so one is encouraged, whatever the condition of one's heart, to worship Krishna. And he will reciprocate. And this is, now I'm getting to the real thing I was going to talk about, is reciprocation. And I've been thinking about this a lot. And often we talk about how Krishna reciprocates with us. What sometimes we don't talk about is how we should be reciprocating with Krishna. And so I had this idea that I want to share with all of you, and we can discuss somewhat, that reciprocation can take 3 different forms. Does that sound like a good thing to explore? Okay, now I have to look at my notes because I skipped the first page. So we'll go to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 37. So the first type of reciprocation I'm going to talk about, I call direct reciprocation. And Krishna uses this in this verse to encourage Arjuna. Anyone want to read this? We could just do the translation. Anyone?
O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight.
So here, this is direct reciprocation. Krishna is saying, if you do this for me, this is what you're going to get. Right? Either you'll get the heavenly planets, or you're going to get an unrivaled kingdom. Is that what it says? Unrivaled? No, that's my own translation. You'll have an amazing kingdom. Or you'll get heaven. So there's this idea of direct reciprocation. If you serve me, directly I'm going to reciprocate with you. And I remember I used to live in London, and I lived in our temple in London for many years, and it was in the center of London. And surrounding our temple, actually I won't tell you what was surrounding, but it was in the middle of the city. And I would always notice that roughly twice in the year, somehow I mean, it's a very active temple. There's always a lot of people. There's 3 classes a day, one in the morning, one at lunchtime, and one in the evening, and it's always full. But there were certain periods, twice a year, where it became extra full. And there was always young people, young Indian people generally, whether they're born in England or somewhere else. And I'd see them, such devotion, Krishna. And I came to find out it was exam season. And then they would disappear again. You wouldn't see them until next exam came. And I would see such an outpouring devotion from them. And it was this idea of like, Krishna, please just make me pass these exams. You know, there's this idea of like, I want some direct reciprocation from you. And this is what I want, and this is what I'm about. And so we can also approach Krishna, you know, the one who has material desires. Please, Krishna, just 1 Tesla, that's all I want. I don't need more than that, I'm a simple man. Right? This idea of like, I need something directly from you, that's why I'm coming to you. This, I already have it within my mind. So direct reciprocation, and we see this in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And so now we're going to go to Canto 4, Chapter 8, and we'll start at verse 7, and we're going to go to 19. And whoever has a microphone can read. We're going to read these few verses. And so I'll just set the background here is Dhruva Maharaj. We're going to find out what happens. We'll just go to, you know when you have all the verses just listed out? Fourth Canto, 8th chapter. Yes. We need to get 5G in the control room. Okay, we're going to start at 7 and go through 19. You already have the microphone, so I'm looking at you. No, just the translations only.
Savyam Bhuva Manu had 2 sons by his wife, Satarupa, and the names of the sons were Uttanpada and Priyavarta. Because both of them were descendants of a plenary expansion of Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they were very competent to rule the universe, to maintain and protect the citizens.
We're going to go all the way to 19.
Okay. King Uttanapada had 2 queens named Suniti and Surichi. Surichi was much more dear to the king. Suniti, who had a son named Dhruva, was not his favorite. Once upon a time, King Uttanapada was patting the son of Surichi, Uttama, placing him on his lap. Dhruva Maharaj was also trying to get on the king's lap, but the king did not very much welcome him. While a child, Dhruva Maharaj was trying to get on the lap of his father, Surichi, his stepmother, became very envious of the child, and with great pride she began to speak so as to be heard by the king himself. Queen Surichi told Dhruva Maharaj, "My dear child, you do not deserve to sit on the throne or on the lap of the king. Surely you are also the son of the king, but because you did not take your birth from my womb, you are not qualified to sit on your father's lap. My dear child, you are unaware that you were born not of my womb, but of another woman. Therefore, you should know that your attempt is doomed to failure. You are trying to fulfill a desire which is impossible to fulfill. If you at all desire to rise to the throne of the king, then you have to undergo severe austerities. First of all, you must satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, and then, when you are favored by him because of such worship, you shall have to take your next birth from my womb." The sage Maitreya continued, "My dear Vidura, as a snake, when struck by a stick, breathes very heavily, Dhruva Maharaj, having been struck by the strong words of his stepmother, began to breathe very heavily, because of great anger. When he saw that his father was silent and did not protest, he immediately left the palace and went to his mother. When Dhruva Maharaj reached his mother, his lips were trembling in anger, and he was crying very grievously. Queen Suniti immediately lifted her son onto her lap. While the palace residents, who had heard all the harsh words of Surichi, related everything in detail. Thus, Suniti also became greatly aggrieved. This incident was unbearable to Suniti's patience. She began to burn as if in a forest fire, and in her grief she became just like a burnt leaf, and so lamented. As she remembered the words of her co-wife, her bright lotus-like face filled with tears, and thus she spoke. She also was breathing very heavily, and she did not know the factual remedy for the painful situation. Not finding any remedy, she said to her son, "My dear son, don't wish for anything inauspicious for others. Anyone who inflicts pain upon others suffers himself from that pain." Suniti said, "My dear boy, whatever has been spoken by Suruchi is so, because the king, your father, does not consider me his wife, or even his maidservant. He feels ashamed to accept me. Therefore, it is a fact that you have taken birth from the womb of an unfortunate woman, and by being fed from her breast you have grown up. My dear boy, whatever has been spoken by Suruchi, your stepmother, although very harsh to hear, is factual. Therefore, if you desire at all to sit on the same throne as your stepbrother, Uttama, then give up your envious attitude and immediately try to execute the instructions of your stepmother. Without further delay, you must engage yourself in worshipping the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead."
Thank you so much for reading. So you see here, the scene has been set that, and it's explained that Dhruva Maharaj, he feels so, I mean, can you imagine? He's just a young boy and this is what he has to go through. These are the words that he has to hear. And what a mother, what instructions that she's giving him, you know? And she's saying, yes, you have to worship the lotus, must engage yourself in worshipping the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, what was Dhruva Maharaj's motivation or intention? Why was he going to go out there and start worshipping? He wanted a kingdom. I mean, we just read it, right? He wanted a kingdom. And it's explained not just a kingdom, but a kingdom greater than any kingdom. You know, I'll show them. So he had some idea of some direct reciprocation he wanted. That kind of desire moved him to want to serve and engage himself, so there was some direct reciprocation from Krishna in fulfilling that desire. Now keep that in mind as we go through the next ones, because that's an important thing, and we can argue, not argue, but we can say, in some sense, this is an indication of the idea of Kama Mishra Bhakti. And Kama Mishra Bhakti means bhakti mixed with this desire for acquisition. We can say Pravriti Marg, meaning Pravriti means to acquire, to get. This is the idea of Karma Yoga. The Karma Marg is one in which I'll engage myself in certain ways. I'll act in the world so I can get something from it, and I'll offer some of that to Krishna, but really it's about acquiring and bringing things from the outside in. So that's the first type of reciprocation. What was it? What's the first one? Direct reciprocation. So the next one, I'm going to find which verse we're going to go to. Okay, we're going to go to the Bhagavad Gita. We're going to go back to chapter 2. We're going to go to verse 31, and we're going to read until 36. And while we get there, this is the second idea of reciprocation, and this is indirect reciprocation. Not direct, but indirect. (231) and then going to 236. Here Krishna tries to use this idea of indirect with Arjun. Someone want to... We're going to go from 31 to 36, okay? Thank you.
Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation. O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. The great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you insignificant. Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you?
Thank you so much. So earlier on, Arjun gives like 5 reasons he doesn't want to fight. And one of them is, I don't want the kingdom. What use is this kingdom? Like, even if I win, my hands will be tainted with the blood of my relatives and I won't be able to enjoy this kingdom. So, that's one path. Krishna's saying, here's some direct reciprocation. If you win, you'll get this kingdom. He said, I don't want the kingdom. So now there's this indirect path here, which is, you may not want anything, but it's your duty. And if you don't fulfill your duty, then like it's not going to be auspicious. And so it's like one can approach Krishna because this, I've heard it's my duty to chant Krishna's name and to serve Krishna, not because I want anything, but because if I don't do it, then I won't have an auspicious life. It's not necessarily this idea of acquiring, which we spoke about earlier in the case of Dhruva Maharaj. And we can see this also in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So now we're going to go, I'm really putting you to work today, sorry, forgive me. We're going to go to Srimad Bhagavatam, now we're going to go to the 8th canto and the 20th chapter and the 10th verse. And this is the story of Bali Maharaj and Vamanadev. And I won't go through all the verses, so we're just going to read one, but I'll just set the scene, but most of you know already. Vamanadev, he appears as the Lord appears as a small dwarf-like brahmachari, and he comes to Bali Maharaj, who is the king, and Bali Maharaj says, it's my duty as a king to offer to the sadhus something in charity when they come. And so what can I give you? Bali Maharaj says, Vamanadev says, I just want 3 steps of land. And Bali Maharaj had a guru. And the guru kind of says, well, first Bali Maharaj says, but you're a dwarf. Firstly, you're already a miniature version of a human being. So what 3 steps, what are they going to do? I mean, I'm a king. I have so many things in my kingdom. Ask for something more. No, I just want the 3 steps. And so then his guru says, actually, this is very tricky. Don't give him anything. Because actually, he's not a dwarf brahmachari. He's none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in these 3 steps, he's going to take everything. And everything's going to be taken away from you. So don't do it. And then Bali Maharaj speaks this verse, verse 10. So then Bali Maharaj is speaking some verses kind of rebutting what his guru is telling him. And this is one of the verses. Anyone want to go for it? I can wait all day. Anyone? Or should I do it? Okay.
By giving charity, a benevolent and merciful person undoubtedly becomes even more auspicious, especially when he gives charity to a person like your good self. Under the circumstances, I must give this little brahmachari whatever charity he wants from me.
So it's so sweet, isn't it? This little brahmachari. But this is an idea of, you can go back up to where we were. Yeah, thank you. This is indirect. This is the indirect reciprocation. It's not that I necessarily want it. Bali Maharaj doesn't want anything, but he's now giving this argument. But by doing my duty and giving in charity, then, undoubtedly, things become more auspicious. So this makes sense? This is an indirect path. This indirect path towards reciprocation. And one could say, in one sense again, that this could symbolize Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Because Jnana Mishra Bhakti is the Nivriti Marg. And the Nivriti Marg is the Marg of renunciation, right? So we spoke about earlier with Dhruva Maharaj, the Karma Yoga path, which is the path of acquisition. I want to bring something from the outside in. The Jnana Marg is punctuated by Nivriti. Nothing, I don't want anything, I want to give everything up. So we have the direct earlier that we spoke about. I'm going to do this for Krishna because then I'll get something out of it. This is the indirect. I'll do something for Krishna because it's my duty, and by performing my duty anyway, good things will happen. It's not that I directly am tying my service into this result. I'm still interested in some result, but I'm not interested in a specific result. Does that make sense? I'm glad it makes sense. And so, yeah, we can now go to Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 2nd chapter, verse 13. So this is the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and something similar is being said here about duty. You'll know I'm going to ask, so whoever has a microphone.
Verse 13.
13.
Yes. O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste divisions and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead.
So, what we're hearing now is this is a slightly more refined version of reciprocation, right? It's not I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of reciprocation that we were speaking of earlier in the direct sense, right? It's not that it's my exam season now, I'm coming to Krishna, please make me pass my exams. No, I'm coming every day, Krishna, please just make me have a nice life. It's this indirect. I know by serving Krishna indirectly I'll be benefited. Slightly more refined version. But then I was thinking there's something more than this that we have to go to, because again, like I said in the beginning, either one, whatever reason one comes to Krishna, whatever one's motivation, as we heard in the beginning from the Srimad Bhagavatam, whether you're full of desires, whether you have no desires, whether you're desiring liberation, still you are encouraged to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So which two types of reciprocation have we spoken about so far? The first one was? And what does direct mean? Can someone encapsulate what it means by direct reciprocation?
Kama Mishra Bhakti, when you desire something from you as a reciprocation.
Yeah, we're serving Krishna because I'm desiring something specific that I want him to reciprocate with me. And then the second one was? Indirect. And what was indirect? Someone have the mic? Shamrupa Prabhu, please, someone get him a microphone.
Done as a matter of duty or as a responsibility.
It's a matter of duty or responsibility. It's not that I necessarily want anything specific, but I just know this is the right thing, this is the good thing to do. And Krishna uses this in the Gita to try and encourage Arjuna to fight also, both of these. But beyond this is where I really got excited when I was thinking about this. A third version of reciprocation, which is infinite reciprocation. And now we're going to go to the Bhagavad Gita also. Chapter 9, verse 27. And this idea of infinite reciprocation. That I'm not coming to you, Krishna, because I want something. I'm not coming to you because it's the right thing to do. I'm just coming to you because you're Krishna and I love you. And this ties us back to Valentine's Day. It becomes, the relationship stops being transactional and it becomes transcendent. Right? In a transactional relationship, it means I'll only do these things for you. I'll only love you so as long as you are also doing something back for me. As long as I'm getting something out of this exchange, then I'm still going to do that. Which makes sense in this world, because this world is also punctuated by an exploitative mentality. So if you go and I'm just giving my love to someone in this world, you've got to be a little guarded, because you might get cheated, you might get exploited in this world. But it doesn't work that way with Krishna. Even if it does work that way, you want Krishna to cheat you, because his cheating will be the most sweet thing as well. And this is the idea of infinite reciprocation. And so this verse, Krishna is saying, he's not saying to Arjuna in the previous verses, right? The first one we spoke about when we're talking about direct reciprocation, he said, do this and you'll get a great kingdom. Then he said, if you don't do this, people are going to say bad things about you, and if you do it, things will be auspicious in your life. Now he's saying this, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. That becomes your motivation. Not that you get anything out of it, not that it's just auspicious, but you're doing it because it's for me. And that's it. That's your sole motivation. Infinite reciprocation. And so, this is the bhakti marg, right? So we spoke about the karma marg, we spoke about the jnana marg, and this is the bhakti marg. So karma marg was the path of acquisition. Jnana marg was the path of renunciation. And now the bhakti marg is the path of dedication. You dedicate. You don't have to keep trying to acquire, because most of us, will hit a limit at some point. You don't have to give everything up, because you also hit a limit on how much you can renounce. But instead, dedicate everything. And that's what this verse is saying. Whatever you're doing, whoever you are, wherever situation you are in, dedicate yourself to me in some way. Just dedicate something to me, whether it's a little bit of your time, a little bit of your energy. If you dedicate that, that's the bhakti path. So infinite reciprocation. And so I was thinking about this as well. This is not in the Bhagavatam, so I'm just going to speak this idea, because those who know me know I always get a little esoteric in these things. And that is, one day in Dwarka. Anyone been to Dwarka? Any Gujaratis in the room? Krishna, that's where he went, right? What happened? Anyone know the heartbreaking story of what Krishna did? He left Vrindavan. And he went to Mathura first, he killed Kamsa, and then he became a king. He went, right? In Dwarka, that's what happened, isn't it? And the gopis see him at Kurukshetra and say, who are you, man? Why are you wearing a crown? Where's your peacock feather? Where's your flute? Where's your rope? Who is this? Why are you dressed like that? Come back to Vrindavan. And the whole Rath Yatra pastime manifests from that. But anyway, he's in Dwarka and he has a splitting headache. Anyone ever get a splitting headache? Some of you may have one now because you're listening to me. It's my Valentine's gift to you. Krishna has this terrible headache, and all these physicians, doctors, Ayurvedic doctor, naturopath, allopathic, this doctor, that doctor, everyone comes. No one can cure the headache. So what happens? Anyone know this story? Narada Muni's there because Narada Muni is always on the scene. Whenever anything's going down, Narada Muni's on the scene. And Krishna says, actually, the only thing that's going to cure my headache is if I get the dust from the lotus feet of my devotee. Or my devotees, even. Anyone know what happens next? Get a microphone, please.
None of the other devotees are willing to give the dust from their feet because they think it's like an offense to give dust from their feet to Krishna. But the gopis later are willing to do that in order to make Krishna's headache get relieved.
Yeah. Do you know which other devotees he goes to, Narada Muni, on his travels to find the dust?
Did he go to the cowherd boys as well?
I think he goes to the cowherd boys. But he starts somewhere else. Anyone know?
Shiva?
Yeah, he goes to the demigods. And they go, what's happening? Krishna's got a headache and you want the dust? Do you know what's going to happen to me? I'll go to hell if I do that. No, get out of here, Narada Muni. Narada Muni goes off with it's described as a transcendental spaceman. So he goes to the next place, he goes to the Brahmanas. Hey, Krishna, your worshipful Lord has a headache. And he says, the only thing that's going to cure his headache is the dust from your feet. Are you crazy? We're not going to go to hell for eternity. Get out of here. He just keeps going around trying to find all these different devotees. Give me the dust, give me the dust. No, I'm not going to hell. He goes to Vrindavan and says, Krishna has a headache. The only thing that's going to cure his headache is the dust from his devotees' feet. And they don't even respond. They just start gathering the dust, the gopis. Don't even think about it. They just everyone gather as much dust as you can gather. It's Vrindavan. Anyone who's been there, it's a very dusty place. So they were quickly gathering all of this dust, and Narada Muni stops them. And he says, hold on a minute. Do you know what's going to happen to you if you do this? Yeah, we're going to go to hell. Anyway, stop disturbing us. We have to gather the dust. Because for them, the reciprocation was to serve Krishna. That's the infinite reciprocation. They didn't care. They were not in it for anything for themselves. Again, I'm saying this is a high level, not that we're all at that platform. And I've said there are different levels of reciprocation. And whatever reason, one should worship Krishna, but we should understand this is where we're trying to get to. And so they gather the dust. Narada Muni takes the dust back, and Krishna's headache is cured. And not only do they not go to hell, they just continue in their deep love for Krishna, and Krishna's love for them increases by this service. And this is infinite reciprocation. By serving Krishna, my love for him increases, and his love for me, which is already full, becomes more and more manifest infinitely within my life. I start to see his presence. It continues to expand and grow. And so, I'm not sure if we can pull up the Shikshastakam here, but if we can, we could go to the fourth stanza. And the Shikshastakam is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's treatise on bhakti and the pathway to bhakti. But anyone know the fourth verse of Shikshastakam? Shamarupa, I looked at you immediately as soon as I said it. Please, someone get the microphone to Shamarupa Prabhu.
Na dhanam na janam na sundarim.
You can say that one too. That's the third, but the fourth one after that. Oh, sorry. No, you're right. I'm wrong. Forgive me. Fourth, yes.
Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kabitamba jagadesha kamaye mama janmane janmaneshware bhavatad bhakti rahitu kitvai.
And the translation?
Na dhanam, I don't want. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I want only your causeless devotional service, birth after birth.
That is infinite reciprocation. It's not, I don't want anything except to give to you. Because there's a limit, ultimately, of what you can acquire in life. Even though there's no limit to the desires we can have, there's a limit to how much we can, how many bedrooms can you have in your house? Eventually you'd run out of being able to time to even go into any of them. But the thing that you have infinite opportunity to do is to serve. And that's what's being said here. This is the real, firstly, our infinite reciprocation with Krishna. I don't want anything. I want only your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Infinite reciprocation, because there's no limit to how much one can continue to serve. And this is not a profound and weird idea, even though I'm saying it, because Krishna is also infinitely reciprocating with us. Some of you were at the program yesterday, so please don't give away the answers here, because I'm going to say the same thing. How many of you in this room breathe air? Only 3 of us. It's quite interesting. I'm assuming all of you probably do. I mean, some of you probably don't get enough air, that's why your hand didn't go up. But most of us breathe oxygen. We breathe air, right? Is it true or not? Yes. Is it? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Imagine how much air you had to breathe just now to say yes 3 times. But can you trace out in your life that how many rounds you chanted to like allocate to your air quota? I'm chanting this morning in these first 3 rounds so then I can have air for today. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Can you trace out what you did in your life, what pious activity you did that allowed Krishna to now benefit you with oxygen to breathe? Can you trace it out? Someone who's like, think of someone who's extremely sinful. You could probably think of me because I'm sitting in front of you. But think of like the lowest of the low. I'm trying to think of someone, but I can't think of too many people. But there's a few people who like, you want nothing to do with them. Do they get oxygen as well? Yes. Do they? Yes. Do we get oxygen? Yes. Who's providing that? Krishna. Is there like a tank that you can see, okay, we've only got like 3 days of oxygen left? It's unlimited, isn't it? So Krishna's already infinitely reciprocating with you and you didn't even do anything. Sunshine. Sunshine's an important thing, isn't it? The food doesn't grow without sunshine. People, there's parts of the world where there's like 6 months of darkness in the northern hemisphere of the world and people become depressed. So many things. Sunshine's, is it important or not? Some people go sunbathing. India, I'm taking sun bath. I've heard that. Can you trace out what you did, what pious activity that you did so the sun would come up in the morning? No? Does the sun rise for you just the way it does for someone who's like a complete demon, so to speak? Does it shine on them the same way? Who's providing the sunshine? Krishna. Infinite reciprocation. Already, he's already infinitely reciprocating with us. All we're doing is we're being grateful to him and trying to reciprocate back for his infinite reciprocation to us. And actually, Sham Rupa Prabhu, I've been thinking about you for like 3 months. Because I gave class here in the beginning of Kartik, so that was about 3 months ago, I think, right? I can't remember what I spoke about, but I remember the question, you asked one question, and you said something like, I had said something about you should give your best to Krishna, and if you give your best to Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate with you and he'll kind of respond. And I believe the question was something along the lines of, but what if one doesn't have faith? That Krishna will protect me and Krishna will maintain me. I don't know if you remember, but I can remember the question because this happens to me. People ask questions and for months I'll be like, why I could have answered it this way. I should have said, I didn't really help this person. I didn't serve them in the best possible way. So I've been thinking of an opportunity to share this with you. I gave some answer, which was, well, find those who have faith and associate with them and serve them and in that way develop your own faith. But I realized afterwards when I was driving home there wasn't a complete answer. Because really, the answer to your question, which was, what if I don't have faith Krishna is going to maintain me or protect me? The answer to that question was a question in and of itself. And the question was, well, who do you think's maintaining you now? Who do you think's protecting you now? Right? We think we're doing it all, but actually Krishna's doing all of that. And so this is the idea of infinite reciprocation. He's already giving us so many things. We don't need to ask him, give me this, give me that, because so many things that we don't ask for, he's already giving to us. So this is infinite reciprocation. This is where we want to aim. And the first step, because I always like to give some practical steps here at ISV, is first develop gratitude for what Krishna's already giving you. So I spoke about this last time too, that there's a whole series of verses in the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, I'm the taste of water, I'm the light of the sun and the moon, I'm this, I am that. And he's saying all of those things so that you can recognize him and you can see him every single day in the world around you. Because when you start to recognize and see him in that way, then you start to realize how much he's already giving me. And when you realize someone's giving you something, Like, I think about this with my parents in particular. Like, now that I'm older and I have a child myself, I realize how much my parents did. And I didn't know that before, and so I was like a punk kid, like didn't really show so much gratitude, as, you know, had a bit of an attitude problem, and, you know. But now I realize, because I see in my own life, oh wow, yeah, this is what they did for me. So if we start to hear about Krishna more, these are practical steps. One is, I have to look because I'm not very practical, so I wrote down the practical steps. One is to recognize Krishna is always reciprocating with you. Whatever's coming in your life is coming because Krishna's hand is there. And your job is to figure out, what is he trying to teach me through this? So that's it. First step. Recognize Krishna is always reciprocating. And so we should have some gratitude back to him and serve him also. And the second practical step is that your gratitude is expressed through seva. Right? Love is an active principle. It's not a passive thing. I gave this example yesterday too, that if my son came in here with me, he's 2, and he was emaciated. You know what emaciated means? It means that he's like super skinny, his bones are sticking out, he looks sick, like disheveled, his clothes are dirty, looks like he hasn't had a bath in 3 weeks. And I said, it's okay. And you were like, hey, what's wrong with your son? It's okay, I love him. Don't you understand? I love him. Yeah, but it doesn't look like you fed him in weeks. Yeah, but I love him, it's fine. I feel love for him, and that's enough, isn't it? But if he came in here, he was nicely dressed, he looked healthy, he had some vitality about him, I wouldn't even have to tell you I loved him. You would be able to see, oh wow, this child looks like he has so much love in his life. Because love is an active principle. So how do we express our love to Krishna? Yes, we feel it, of course. But that feeling then manifests through action, through service. And that can take multiple forms. Chanting Krishna's name. Right? When you love someone, you want to tell everyone about them, don't you? Hey, do you know what so-and-so did for me? It's so nice. Chanting Krishna's name is a practical step. Is that practical? Can you do that? Serving Krishna. We're going to have prasad later, pretty soon. Get your digestion going. There's so much afterwards that has to be done. Cleaning, so many things, so many opportunities to serve. And lastly, try and give to Krishna in some way. Whatever it may be. Krishna said the last verse that we read, whatever you do, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, do that as an offering unto me. And the most valuable thing that you can give, firstly, well, one of them is your time. So make some time every day for Krishna, whether that's reading about him, hearing about him, associating with his devotees. Find some time every single day to do that. But the most valuable thing that you can give to Krishna is your heart. And so be on a journey. We spoke about this yesterday as well. Krishna likes butter, and he particularly likes sweet butter. And he has a name that's known as Hari. Can you say Hari? Hari. And what does Hari mean? I can't hear you unless you use a microphone. You need a microphone.
One who takes away.
One who takes away. One who steals. Thief. And what does he steal? He steals butter. If you make your heart soft and sweet, just like the butter that he steals from Mother Yashoda, he'll steal your heart as well. And this is what this whole process is about. You don't have to worry about, how will I go to Krishna? No. You worry about softening your heart and making it very sweet, and Krishna will come and steal it away from you. This is his job. And you do that through hearing, through chanting, and through associating with devotees and serving. And if you can take those practical steps, you will start to recognize that there's infinite reciprocation in your life from Krishna, and it will pull you to also infinitely reciprocating with him and give more of yourself as you can. So thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you. You're all, I really appreciate your reciprocation. But we only have 2 minutes, 5 seconds left if anyone has any questions, comments, corrections, chastisements, or anything. Shamrupa, please.
Thank you for the wonderful class, especially on just after Valentine's Day. And you very beautifully spoke about love, and you expressed how initially we are looking for gross reciprocation, and at the end, in the gradation, we go and we get subtle reciprocation, but we are actually trying to give the gross seva or subtle seva to the lordships. But my question to you is, in the meantime, to keep our fuel on and going, we are also transitioning from very contaminated state to a pure state, because otherwise that subtle reciprocation, experiencing that is not possible. But in between, we are normal human beings and we need, so how do we, how do we actually experience in between? What is required to do that, to keep us going and feeling inspired?
Well, what keeps us going and keeps us inspired, I spoke about this also on Lord Nityananda's appearance day, that our highest aspiration is Vaishnav Seva. Because through serving the Vaishnav, firstly, for there to be Vaishnav Seva, there has to be Vaishnav Sangha. And Krishna is carried in the heart of the Vaishnav. And so when we're not feeling encouraged, when we're feeling a little bit challenged in our lives, if you have good association and you have good guidance, it keeps you going, It's like when you're sometimes we drive to Southern California. It's tough because we have a baby and it's like a 6-7 hour drive. But you'll start to see signs, LA, this many miles away. LA, I'm not in LA yet, but I see the road markers are showing me I'm getting closer. And so the devotees become like road markers for you to measure. Okay, I'm getting a little closer. And good guidance is also really important. So, as I said, if you recognize that Krishna is already reciprocating with you in so many ways, and you don't forget that, then you don't see the challenges as challenges so much that will stop you. You see them as challenges that become opportunities for you to grow. So it's really, the more you hear about Krishna, the more you'll start to see him in your life, and that keeps you moving forward. And I'm going to 30 more seconds, but you remind me of one point that I forgot to mention, which I was going to end with, which is why I'm terrible at notes. Dhruva Maharaj, he wanted direct reciprocation, right? He had a material motive. Did he achieve perfection in the end? Yes. Bali Maharaj, indirect reciprocation. Did he achieve perfection in the end? The gopis of Vrindavan, infinite reciprocation, gathering the dust. Did they achieve perfection? They were already perfect, come on. You see? No matter which reciprocation you want, if you go to Krishna, going back to that first verse that we spoke of from the Bhagavatam, whether you have material desires, no material desires, you will achieve the perfection. The point is to get onto the path. So thank you all so much. Forgive me for going 1 minute over. It's always a joy and pleasure to be here with all of you, and thank you, because it keeps me going. You inspire me in so many ways. Hare Krishna.
His Grace
Anantadev Prabhu ke.
Hare Krishna.
Hello.
Okay, there we go. जय राधा मदन मोहन की
जय
लक्ष्मी सिंहदेव भगवान की
जय
गौर निताई की
जय
किबा जयो जयो गोरा चाँदे आरती को शोभा किबा जयो जयो गोरा चाँदे आरती को शोभा जानो भी तटबने जगो मनोलोभा दक्षिणे निताय चाँद बामे गदाधार নিকটে অদ্বৈত শ্রেণী বাস ছত্রধর বসে আছেন গোরাচাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে আরতি করেন ব্রহ্মা আদি দেবগণে নর হরি আদি করি চামর দোলায় সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষাদি গায় সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষাদি গায় হরে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে করতালো মধুর মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসালো বহু কোটি চন্দ্র যিনি বদন উজ্জ্বল গল দেশে বনমালা করে ঝলমল শিব সুখ নারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ ভক্তি বিনোদ দেখে গৌরর সম্পদ ভক্তি বিনোদ দেখে গৌরর সম্পদ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय राधा मदन मोहन की। हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल केशव माधव दीन दयाल। हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल केशव माधव दीन दयाल। दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल। दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल। हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल केशव माधव दीन दयाल। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Radha Madan Mohan ki, Jai Lakshmi Nishingadev Bhagavan ki, Jai Gaur Nitai ki, Gaur Premanande. Jayang Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Shata Sri Abhay Charanarabinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayang Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Shata Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Sri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki. Jagannath Puri Dham ki. Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki. Mayapur Navadvip Dham ki. Ganga Mai Jamuna Mai ki. Vrinda Devi Tulsi Maharani ki. Samveta Bhakta Binda ki. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru Gauranga Jayata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we have a request. One of our devotees, daughter Lyra, Aarti Mataji's daughter, she is in hospital. She is not doing well. So we will request all the devotees to please pray to Lord Narasimha for her protection and so that she can get well soon. Hare Krishna.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Dahine. Prahlada Dahine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Shilatangkanakalae Shilatangkanakalae Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimho Bahir Narsimho Hriday Narsimho Bahir Narsimho Hriday Narsimho Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade Tava Karakamalavari Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Karakamalavari Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Narsimhadev Jaya, Narsimhadev Jaya, Narsimhadev Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Narsim Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We welcome you all to the Sunday feast here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. Thank you for joining us today. Today's discourse was on reciprocation. And, Prabhu has spoken about the different types of reciprocation. And that is the foundation of the relationship, all the relationship, and especially the relationship with Krishna. So let's thank His Grace Anantadev Prabhu for bringing us tonight's discourse. We will also like to thank His Grace Vishwabhati Prabhu for leading us the Gaura Arti. And Nitai for leading the Narsimha Arti. Hari Bol. Also, we will like to welcome all the newcomers who are here for the first time. Let's chant one Mahamantra for them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we also have a special guest, Narendra Pathak. He is the Commissioner of Santa Clara County. So we, on the behalf of ISKCON of Silicon Valley, we would like to welcome you. Hare Krishna. So for the sponsorship, we have Tarang Prabhu and Khushi Mataji's daughter, Arna. She's celebrating 2 years. So please come forward. Hare Krishna, Arna. Can she speak? Hare Krishna.
Bolo Krishna. She is sleepy right now.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji, for sponsoring tonight's Sunday feast. Please, if you have any words to say.
We would request devotees to bless Arna. So she become devotee and serve the Vaishnavas here at ISV.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So here we have a special program called Kirtan Melos. So what Kirtan Melos is, the devotees from here, they go to your homes and they conduct kirtans. And you can bring, you can invite your friends, family, anyone. And this is a very popular program. So, and Govind Prabhu, who arranges this program, if you would like to have this program at your home, please talk to him. And we will arrange that. Hare Krishna. So for the cooks, Avantika, is she? Oh, here. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Today's prasadam was made by Ananda Mataji, Ankita Mataji, Hitesh Prabhu, Divyanand Prabhu, Gopi Priya Mataji, Anuradha Mataji, Shriram Prabhu, Rajarar Prabhu, Shalini Mataji, and Kalpana Mataji.
Thank you. So we'll go into Prasad Sevaya prayers. Is anyone? Kids? Prabhu, can you get the Prasad prayer, Seva prayers on the screen? Sharira Vidya Jal Jodendriya Tahe Kal Jive Phale Vishaya Sagare Tarmadde Jivayati Lobha Masu Dhurmati Rake Jetha Katina Sansare Krishna Bada Dayamay Twari Bare Jiva Jat Swaprasad Anna Dilo Bai Se Anna Mrutta Pavo Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpa Punyam Vatam Rajan Vishwasana Jayate Mahaprasade Sarva Dukkhana Anirosapa Jayate Prasanna Chete He Yaso Buddhi Pariyavatistate Mukta Sargandha Vaso Lankara Charcheta Uchista Bhojani Dashas Tavamayam Jayen Mahim. So prasadam will be sold outside. You can get your prasadam and come inside. And for the last, we will have again the last darshan of the day at 7:30 p.m. the Sandhya Arti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.